Hi guys, so now that we know how to find the circumference of a full circle, we're going to look today at finding the curved length of semicircles and quarter circles. So we should know that semicircle means half of a circle. You can kind of see that here on this diagram. We imagine that the rest of the circle would go around like this to create a full circle. And we're still using the same formula, but we have to just make a little adjustment to it at the end once we have our answer. So the same formula is c equals pi times diameter, and it's a 3.14 times 20, because the diameter here, going from one end to the other, is 20 centimetres. That gives an answer of 62.8, but that isn't our final answer, because 62.8 would be the circumference of a full circle with diameter 20 centimetres, but we don't have a full circle with diameter 20, we only have a semicircle or half a circle. So we've worked out this 62.8, and once we have that answer, we have to divide it by 2. That gives us an answer of 31.4 centimetres, and that is the curved length of this semicircle. So to find the curved part of a semicircle, use your normal circumference formula, c equals pi d, and then half your answer. And that was just talking about the curved part of the semicircle. Notice how we have the curved part, but we also have this flat part here that represents the diameter. And part B is going to include that flat part, because part B says to find the perimeter of the semicircle. And we know that perimeter means the distance around the entire outside of a shape, not just the curved part. So perimeter is going to be from this point here, round the curved part, but then it also includes this bit here that we need to add on. So the perimeter is 31.4, our curvy bit, plus the flat part, which is 20. And that gives us that the perimeter of the shape, the perimeter of the semicircle, is 51.4 centimetres. And the second example, we have a quarter circle. So rather than a circle being halved, this circle has been cut into 4 parts, and we have one of those parts represented on this diagram. So again, part A is asking us to find the curved length of the quarter circle, and part B is to do with the perimeter, so the distance around the whole shape. So the formula we're still using is c equals pi times d. That formula doesn't, even though we're not dealing with a full circle anymore. But if we think about this shape here, the 7 centimetres that's marked on there doesn't represent the diameter of that circle, it's only the radius. So imagine if you follow the little laser pointer here, the circle would go all the way around, like this. And we only have from the edge of that circle to what would be the centre. So the diameter, or the number that we're going to put into this formula, isn't 7. If r is 7, then the d for diameter is 14, so we have to double it. So c equals 3.14 times 14. This one you can use a calculator for, because that's maybe a wee bit too difficult to do without one. And you get 43.96. But obviously 43.96 isn't the curved length of the quarter circle. That would be the circumference of a full circle if that's what we had. And instead of dividing it by 2 this time, we're going to divide the answer by 4, because we only have 1/4 or a quarter of that circle. That gives us an answer of 10.99 centimetres. And that's your answer for part A. Part B asks us to find the perimeter of the quarter circle. So the 10.99 that we have just represents this bit here. We also need to add on this side and this side. So it's marked on the diagram that this side here is 7, which means that this side here is also 7 centimetres, because that's just another radius of that circle. So to find the perimeter, we take our answer for the curved part, which is 10.99, and add 2 lots of 7, which gives us 24.99 centimetres as our answer for the perimeter of that quarter circle.